Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of As a Creative, the podcast focusing on empowering creatives, giving them the tools and knowledge to thrive in the industry. My name is Robin, and last episode we discussed personal branding, what it is, how to go about developing your own personal brand, and why is it significant that you have one. This episode, we are going to be discussing more ways you can increase your value as a creative as you grow and continue to advance in the industry. So let's get into it. So in addition to developing your personal brand and what that looks like for you, find a way to show off your skills. And in addition to showing off your skills, find a way to show the behind the scene process of your work. So take photos, screenshots, video of you creating your work, of the process of your work. Use your documentation to tell others how you went about creating your work. Use the documentation to tell a story. The ability to storytell is a crucial component to being a successful creative. And we all know that successful storytelling doesn't necessarily require a lot of words. Documenting your work in stages through screenshots and video, it gives you the ability to tell the story of your creation. It allows people to gain a deeper connection to your work and for them to connect to you as a person. So I will show ways that you can go about documenting your work, taking photos of it in a way that you are able to share it in a tasteful format via social media and even your portfolio. So the first method is the post carousel, and that basically consists of screenshots or photos of your work as it progresses. So photographing the beginning stages, like the very basics, and then as the viewer scrolls through your slides, it shows through photos, simple photos too, how your work progressed to what it is. This is a very tasteful way to go about posting your work on social media, but also having those slides, it helps tell the story that you can also implement that into your portfolio as well when showing off your work. Another way to go about it is through video, and there's two ways to go about that. The first way is similar to the carousel post concept, is just taking like 1 second or 0.5 second shots of your work from different angles, or 0.5 second videos of like different steps in your creative process and just stitching those together and just having those quick shots going on a loop. It helps for some reason with engagement as our attention spans are getting shorter. The second way to go about it is through creating an entire reel or entire short video, how you made your work. And for that method, I would only document the most essential parts of your work, the very essential components that make the whole piece. Document those parts and include those. You don't want to make the whole process long. You want it to be in a digestible manner in which engages viewers but also makes them understand how your work came together. You don't want to film the entire thing, but film the most crucial components, include those, and include that in showing off your work and telling the story of how you created your work. So in addition to showing the behind the scenes process of your work, find a way to show your actual work, the actual finished product, in a way that engages viewers and incorporates a little bit of storytelling. So similar to what I said in my last episode about personal branding, being able to successfully communicate and attract viewers to your work as an independent creative is a very fair advantage to have over others in the industry. It shows to other brands or bigger companies that you may want to work for that not only are you good at what you do, but you are good at marketing yourself and hence would be good at marketing other things. So in addition to storytelling, if you're comfortable and able to, find ways to put your face in front of your work. And I don't mean literally, but storytelling is a way for you to incorporate you into your work. In my opinion, I think that creatives should want to promote themselves as much as their work as a way for them to take ownership of what they do, and it gives people the ability to know you, to connect with you, and to network, essentially. And I know there's some instances where businesses will advise creatives not to have a public persona and to not put their face out there. And in my opinion, I think that is a way for big brands and big businesses to minimize the creative. But if you are able to put your face out there, take advantage of your work, Especially in the world of AI and technology, people still crave human connection, and putting your face out there, having a public persona, owning up to your work, it gives people the ability to connect to you at a personal level. And in general, I think you are just as valuable to promote as your work. So another way to increase your value as a creative is to grow your skill set and to increase the number of skills that you have in your toolbox. And this has been huge for me for my success that I've had so far as a creative working in the music and entertainment industry. So I originally picked up a camera because photography is a huge component for what I do as a graphic designer. I wanted the ability to take my own images and incorporate them into my work, but picking up a camera did more than what I expected it to. Through my internship, I was able to cover music events, film events, just do event coverage through filming and through photo. And a lot of the connections that I made have been because people have seen me shoot at these events. So I was fortunate enough with my internship to be able to cover music events, film events, entertainment events in Chicago. And that gave people the ability to see me work in front of their very eyes. And yes, as a graphic designer, you're able to say, oh, I'm a graphic designer, and pull up your portfolio on your phone. But it's different when people are able to actually see you work, see what you do, and then later on they see your work. You can pull up your work. Not only can they see you working, but you can pull up the photos that you just taken, or even show your Instagram real quickly, and it hits more instantly than me networking as a graphic designer. And so the connections that I would make at these music events, they would stay fresh. So when I would post my work on social media, the connections are fresh and they engage with my work. And that's how I've made a lot of the connections I made in the industry. And none of that wouldn't have happened if I didn't turn into a camera person. And then, of course, with me having a camera, not only do I do photography, but I also do videography, which expands my skill sets even more. Being able to do both, I would 100% recommend it. I would say in the industry, from what I've seen and what I've heard, there's an oversaturation of photography people, and there's a better chance of you getting actual work and doing things for people if you also do video. So again, I am very fortunate for my internship and a lot of the connections that I have, because through them I was able to cover some pretty big events in Chicago, some very big music, entertainment, and wrestling events in the city. And even with my current job as a student videographer for the school, I get the opportunity to cover. I've even covered an NCAA football championship. I just came back from a national women's wrestling championship, and just being able to cover national championship events. And again, picking up a camera and have the ability to do that, it has helped me substantially, and it gives me experience being in large professional settings, which I know will help me in the future. But warning, like I said a couple episodes ago, if you become a camera person, be prepared that people will be trying to get as much out of you for free as possible, and there is an oversaturation of camera people, which doesn't help the situation. But you will get through many doors. There's a better chance of you getting a media pass for events if you're a photographer than compared to being a journalist, for example. So it does get you through the door. It's gotten me through the door multiple times, but plenty of people have wanted free things out of me. And yeah, it's a very exploitative position, but it also comes with a lot of opportunity. So play your cards right. That's all I gotta say. So in doing photography and videography, and in general just picking up a camera, it has opened my eyes to how important it is, how advantageous it is to learn different skills and to prove yourself as a versatile creative. And so with that, at the moment, I am taking audio production classes. I'm learning how to work with audio, so I can open myself up to many more opportunities where I could be able to work with video and audio. So I look forward to that. So expanding on gaining new skill sets, find ways to improve the ones you already got. You're not going to find evident change in your career, your environment, or in your everyday life if you just continue to coast on doing what you normally do and not change a thing. You have to find ways to improve and to build on what you already got, especially in a ever-changing, ever-evolving, and advancing world. Just know that if you stay committed to constant improvement and to improving your skills, you will be able to look back on your work and see the evident change. Also, make it evident and deliberate to others that you want to improve your skills and that you're constantly aiming to improve your skills. And that means documenting that process as well. People admire others that are ambitious and are self-driven, and showing off and just expressing to the world, or even just showing through your skills that you want to improve your skills, that you always are looking for ways to improve. It really is something that people admire for sure. So with that, improvement, growth, change will be uncomfortable the majority of the time. So get used to being uncomfortable. Working in bigger spaces, working on bigger projects, continuing to put yourself out there. These will all be things that will definitely feel uncomfortable, but if you just tough it out and just work past being uncomfortable, you'll be able to look back and see that it was all worth it. And of course, stay consistent and constantly find ways to work toward your goals, find ways to continue to improve and to take action in your career. So even right now, as I am working towards my goal of job security after graduation, I've been applying for jobs, multiple jobs once a week, and I've been applying to jobs since January, and I've had my fair share of rejection, which has even in my fair share of rejection, I have decided to go back to my professors, ask them, what can I do to improve my resume, my portfolio, so I have a better chance of getting interviews? And at this moment, I am working on what they have said that I need to do to improve my portfolio. So that all goes to say that even if you're not getting the big result that you want, or it feels like you're not getting close to that, find ways to stay consistent towards working towards something, regardless of how small it is. Find small ways that you can work towards just even small wins towards your goal. Find ways, again, to improve your skills if that is necessary, which I have proved to you it's necessary, and find ways to get active. Find other ways to get out in the industry, because that also helps with exposure and networking. Those are things that you can do that helps contribute to the bigger thing, which is improving yourself and just working towards something and just getting closer to your career goals. So last tip, obviously, is to be a reliable person. When you say you're going to do something, do it. The reason why I have achieved as much as I've had in the industry so far, and especially academically, is that I make deadlines, and when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I make it evident to the people around me, to my professors, that I care about what I'm doing, and I present myself as a person that if I'm doing something, I'm all in. I love to absorb as much knowledge as I can. I want to make the best that I can make things. Hopefully that makes sense. But again, just presenting yourself like that and actually committing and doing the work to show off that you're that person, it has helped me make genuine connections with people, and it's helped me be taken seriously and prove my value as a creative, but also someone to work with in the industry. So yeah, we are going to end the episode off there. If you like this episode, please go like the YouTube video, go rate me on Spotify, follow the social media at as.acreative. If you're interested in me and what I do, I go by Rubios at ROOBIOS, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!